What's going on, world? Good morning. It's your boy Tay Wiz back once again, man. Informing y'all on about the NBA free agencies. First of all, I want to talk about the move that Dwight Howard did to the Houston Rockets. Some people don't think it was a good one. Me personally, I thought it was a good pick for him, just because it's a younger team in the Houston Rockets. I'm not knocking them boys over there in LA country, but let's be serious. You got a 37-year-old point guard, Steve Nash. Never played defense since he's been in the league. Never will gonna play defense. Uh, and you got Kobe Bryant just coming back off Achilles tendon. Will he be the same Kobe Bryant? We don't know. I mean, everything looked good because he's walking off the boot and off crutches. But when it happens, when he come back on the playing court, will that foot and Achilles tendon, will it operate the same? Will he be the same Kobe Bryant? We don't know yet. That's still up in the air. Let's talk about Ron Artest. They talk about they want to amnesty Ron Artest, which means they want to cut him or just buy him out the contract. That's another guy the Lakers are going to keep. He's 30 something years old too, which put you until that's an old team. Paul Gasol. So Kobe gets mad at Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard didn't want to sign back with LA. I don't fault Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's a free agent. Um, he didn't like the coaching style, how he didn't have that many touches. But one thing, Kobe put the picture up on Twitter and Instagram with him and Paul Gasol hugging each other. Talk about we real champions and all this stuff and hoorah. But let's be serious. If they brought back Dwight Howard, Kobe Bryant, you already knew they's probably gonna trade Paul Gasol to get y'all some better pieces in there. Um, First I want to talk about Jody Meeks putting going in on Dwight Howard, calling him a WNBA player. This is for you, Jody Meeks. I got nothing against you. I don't know you personally. You haven't accomplished anything in the league to say anything about Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has accomplished things in the league. Been Defensive Player of the Year. He been to the All Star game. He been to the NBA Finals. You, on the other hand, haven't been anywhere yet. So you just sit back, be a reserve that you are on the bench, and play your role. Let Dwight Howard do his. Uh, Next topic. I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. And that trade they pulled off with the Boston Celtics, where the Brooklyn Nets cleared their whole bench out. I mean, I never seen anything like that. They cleared their whole bench out. Uh, when I say cleared the whole bench, everybody left except for the tape man and the shooting coach. You know what I'm saying? You got KG, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry to Brooklyn in exchange for Chris Joseph, Reggie Evans, Keith Bogans. I'm missing somebody. Gerald Wallace, Chris Humphreys. Um, it goes on and what? And the Brooklyn Nets gave a what? 3 first round draft picks for 2014 and 2016 and 17, if I believe. That's a lot to give up to be banking on. I mean, on the Brooklyn Nets part, can Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, KG, and Brooke Lopez, can they cohesive together? Can they make that bond to make a push? Because right now I'm looking at the only team that can get the Miami Heat a really run for their money. It would be the Brooklyn Nets. Um, there's a lot going on over there in Boston as well. This right here, can Rondo step up and be the man of the team that he wanted to be? Now for Rajon Rondo, he would have to work on his jumper this summer and everything because a lot of teams gonna dare him to shoot. Um, he got. Man, I made the joke earlier that when I was talking to one of my guys. Shout out to my boy Anthony Downtown Brown, man. But we had to talk. This right here, they gave the Boston Celtics a bunch of small forwards and power forwards and a lot of shooting guard. So they got some. They got to make some trades or something to get some pieces that they need. Not saying they're not bad pieces, but that team is a full. That team right there is Celtics are a bunch of role model players. So they gotta make something happen or Rondo's out of there. Um, let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers and what they did. Me personally, I like what they did, signing Earl Clark and the number one pick. We got to see. I want to see the number one pick look like when he plays next week. In Las Vegas. Jaren Jackson is a big move. a big move. When I seen that, I didn't knew the Cavaliers were going after Jerry Jack like that. So I give the Cavs an A right there for doing that. Now they in the talks talk about signing Andrew Bynum. I want to know would you guys feel like bringing Andrew Bynum in for 1 year, $24 million? I know this is a risk, a high risk at that, but if he can stay healthy out there with that projected lineup, I would say Kyrie Irving, Deion Waiters, uh, what's that? Alonzo G, um, Tristan Thompson or Varejao or Bynum. Man, you talk about a nice squad put together right there. A nice squad right there. I want to give Mike Brown kudos for that, man. I'm loving that right there, man. Cleveland got something to look up forward to coming up this in this fall in October. Um, the Cavaliers pulling all the triggers. If they don't sign, they say if they don't sign by night, we'll go out to Elton Brand and Andre Kirilenko. I can deal with something like that too as well because you got to make a move now with these type of players now. Everybody want to get to that next level. Everybody want to be champions. Everybody want that ring on their finger at the end of the year. Let's talk about the Detroit Pistons with their huge shocker in the signing of Josh Smith. I thought that was huge. Me personally, I thought Josh Smith probably go somewhere like LA, maybe Houston, or teams or anybody. You know what I'm saying? We could have went anywhere. Uh, Detroit Pistons. Well, Detroit Pistons last year, I'm gonna be honest, they didn't have a legitimate three. So with Josh Smith, you bringing in. So with that projected lineup, you got what? I would say Brandon Knight, Rodney Stuckey, uh, Josh Smith, what probably Jason Maxiell or Greg Monroe. Okay, knock that. Would that be a team to be reckoned with? We don't know. That's still up in the air. Will they make the playoffs? I would say yes. Probably no lower than a 7 or 6 seed. Same thing I think about the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers they probably no lower than probably than a 6 or 7 myself. OJ Mayo signing with the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's so they got OJ Mayo back in Milwaukee, and they bring back Carlos Delfino, who got cut by the Houston Rockets, so they can make room for the Dwight Howard money movement. Now, going back to the Houston Rockets and their the limbo, Amir Asik, Omir Ashik wants a trade. Me personally, if I was him, I would sit there and come off the bench, just because you have a big man presence. Get Dwight Howard some time off the bench. Maybe this might be the year we might see Royce Wright play. We don't know since if we want him to get on airplanes and fight the city seas. I want to see this guy. Is he capable of the first round pick that the Houston Rockets use? If not, he was a waste of a first round pick. Let's want to talk about the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets. Did you go by the slogan? You can't beat them, join them. So Andre Iguodala gets a $52 million in the range of $56 million contract from the for the Sacramento Kings. The Kings tell him no, they don't want to sign him. So I go read the Twitter. He put, wow. I think Andre Iguodala gonna come back. He signed with the Golden State Warriors. He gonna come back. Me personally, I think he might just drop 40 or 50 on Sacramento head just because they passed up a good player. You know, he's a good defender. He can score. He played both ends of the court in all aspects. I think the Warriors, instead of progressing, what they did with their players, they declined because they lost Carl Landry and Jerry Jack, which are key with our key players off their bench. J.J. Hickson going from Portland to Denver with the mantle. Will they be okay? I don't know. Uh, that's something else we got to see because Randy Foye got traded from Utah to the Denver Nuggets. So we're gonna see if that still be the same team with that running power and everything. I think they'd be okay, but I think they decline a little bit. Um, Oklahoma City Thunder by losing Kevin Martin to Minnesota. Hey, he didn't do nothing anyway last year. He can't create a shot off the dribble. He doesn't play no defense. None. No defense. The player to watch out for the Oklahoma City Thunder coming up, I would say two players. At least two players are going to have an okay season. Okay season. I like that. I'm going with Jeremy Lamb of the Thunder and Reggie Jackson. Yes, Reggie Jackson and Jeremy Lamb. Probably they gonna tweak in Perry Jones the third in somewhere. Watch. You just watch and see. Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose come back. 10 pounds of muscle. See, he changed his game up. He's gonna play with a chip on his shoulder. I want to see how big that chip is on his shoulder. Um, just off that strength. They got to sign back Nate Robinson. I'll applaud Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson did a hell of a job in the playoffs. Nate Robinson, state of Nate, the little injury that could, the little bulldozer, the wrecking ball. Nate Robinson is playing for somebody, but I think the Bulls should bring him back. And they signed Mike Dunleavy, but they lost Marco Bellinelli to the Spurs. I think they got a little bit more better player, Mike Dunleavy, because he can stretch the floor and play defense, and he can shoot the long ball as well, and he's a good free throw tosser. Um, let's talk about the Sixers. Why they trade Drew Holiday for Nerlens Noel? The Pelicans should have kept Nerlens Noel, so they would have had their future twin towers, or to say like that. But you bring in all them guards. You got Drew Holiday, Vasquez, Rivers, Brian Roberts, Eric Gordon. That's a lot of guards, man. Somebody's not getting no playing time. Somebody's getting traded by the mid break of February, or probably might get traded during the summer. Um, Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban's going hard after everybody. He's trying to get somebody down there. Um, I don't know, because Chris came into the Clippers. I know he brought back Devin Harris, and I know he got Jose Calderon down there. But can them guys put together a nice little run? I know Dirk is getting up there in age as well too. Remember, this guy was like second or third in 3-point percentage. Can he still carry that load of scoring, average at least between 20 and 22 points per game per night? That's still gonna be out there. Um, will the Miami Heat retain their NBA title? That's still in there. Can Carmelo Anthony and Andre Bargnani coexist together? Can they stay? Can they gel together and form something? I think out of all the players in this free agency, I think the shocking moves with the Utah Jazz. Utah Jazz have no Randy Ford, no Al Jefferson, no Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap signs a 2-year contract with the Hawks. And Al Jefferson signed a 4-year contract with the Bobcats. Like I said once before earlier, about 3 minutes ago, Randy Foye signed with the Golden State Warriors. And he lost DeMarre Carroll to the Atlanta Hawks. So you talking about people is getting shipped everywhere in the NBA. Everybody's making that move. They want the rings. I understand that. But if you told me right now, which two teams probably be a surprise pick to probably represent both their conferences in the Eastern or Western Conference, first of all, I'm gonna say the Eastern Conference would probably be. It's gonna be up there between Chicago and Brooklyn. Miami's gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals, but it's between Chicago Bulls and the Brooklyn Nets. Just because Derrick Rose come back off injury, and with the pieces they added to the Bulls, and what the Nets did, what pieces they added by signing Sean Livingston too as well. I forgot to leave you out. Forgot to left you out there, big boy. But that's gonna be another team too in the West. Thunder, I think the Spurs took a step back just because Ginobili. Don't know. We don't want to talk about that. I already talked about that already during the finals. But I'm going back with the Thunder. And new team probably Houston Rockets. They got a lot of depth on that bench. A lot of depth. We're gonna see what these picks gonna be about. Like I said, I've been watching the NBA Summer League. Victor Oladipo he been playing good pretty much, and Kelly Olynyk for the Boston Celtics. That's a good pickup. That's a good look for the Celtics. That's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. I still want to see my number one pick play for Anthony Bennett of the Cavaliers. Trey Burke, he's having an okay. He's stinking it up right now. He had like I think I seen him play like the worst game of his career since I seen him play. 1 for 12. Ain't gonna get you none, big fella. Cause right now Utah is gutting, clean the house. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what everybody else does today. And y'all have a productive day. Holla at your boy, man. Like I told y'all once again, man. Follow me, Cleveland's on at Tay Wiggs on Twitter, man. If y'all don't know how to spell that, that's at TAE_WIGGS, man. One love, man. Holla at your boy.